Hi, so this is Tia Monique with Sweetness Jones Music. And I've been taking a moment to document this particular journey. So far, so good. I do some teaching. I'm an English teacher also, so I like teaching English. Um, and I guess because I love writing so much, I do love words and lyrics and things, so it makes sense. I'm watching a little piece of paper fly high into the air outside my window, so sorry, I got distracted. So I was thinking because I had a moment where I had to contact um, someone that I collaborated with in the past. I was also in a relationship with them, but I collaborated with them. And as I was going back and forth through emails, the communication was through email. And as I was going back and forth with them, I had a moment where I thought this would be an interesting topic to discuss and to get feedback on as well. But I have I don't have lots of experience with collaborating, but for me, the process of collaborating has not been one that I have enjoyed in the past. It's only recently that I've enjoyed collaborating, but I noticed that there tends to be these little issues. People have these small little um, there's always an issue, and the last few issues had more to do about people being loyal to other people, so they couldn't work with me because that person was upset with me for whatever reason, um, or the other person just liked to do things their way, so they didn't agree with the way that I wanted to to um, well, just to be more specific, they didn't like that I added that I had four lines for a particular bridge, and I felt that it was necessary, and they were like, "No, we need to take one of the lines out," because for them, the symmetry made more sense to have it with three lines rather than have it with four lines. But for me, it was like, no, it's four lines. It needs to be four lines because that's what there's something that I'm trying to say, and if you don't put the four lines in, then I can't say it's not a full complete idea. Anyway, I'm not difficult to work with. I have spent time learning about myself, getting to know myself and things. I'm not difficult to work with. Um, I think we all have things that we want. Um, I live on a very busy street, very busy. So I moved, but my room is at the front. So if you hear the noises, I apologize. But again, I'm not a very difficult person to work with, but I do understand that we all have our hang-ups, we all have our insecurities, we all have our issues in general. And I was thinking back because I released two songs. I released Watch Your Step, and I released No More Time. And you can go to my website, sweetnessjonesmusic.com, to listen to them. But those were collaborations that were kind of easy in a way, only because I didn't have to work with someone specifically. The lyric and the melody came to me without the person around. So I was able to create very freely, and it feels good when I can do that. I do like to be a little bit solitary about my lyric writing. I don't mind working with someone, and I have worked with people, but usually it's during the recording process where they'll add or they'll say this or say that and say, "Hey, I really like when you said it this way instead," or "Why don't you change it to this?" But it's after the fact. I don't like doing it during the process. I don't want to sit down with someone and write together. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but I've never experienced a positive flow of creativity with someone in the room. And also, one other thing is I mostly worked with men. So I don't know, maybe I just need to work with a female counterpart. Maybe I need to work with a man who has more of a feminine, more of a feminine energy. I don't know, but it's something that I've been questioning of late, journaling about, and just asking myself this question of what is a collaboration? What exactly does it feel like? What should it be like? Should it be easy? Should it be something where you don't feel like there's a competition or combativeness, or you don't feel like your back is up against the wall, or you don't feel like you want to say no and just fight back against authority, or you feel like someone's being too authoritative. Again, there's a lot of things, and I've written them down because for me, it's always important for me to figure myself out before I continue on with the process. And I've evaluated certain ones, and certain ones, yes, it's me. Definitely, I can always say, yeah, it's me. But I'm able to deal with my issues and work through them. Unfortunately, I don't work with people who are aware, who are self-aware that way, and I think that makes it harder to work with people who are not self-aware. Um, and if they're not self-aware, then they're not aware that they're hurting my feelings. They're not aware that they're being um, callous. They're not aware that they are, they're kind of bulldozing over certain things, certain parts. And again, I'm just wondering, is this the creative process? Is this what I have to look forward to? Should I be, should I build up a tolerance for this? Um, because I listen to other people and it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't. And I'm just wondering, why is this particular um, my particular issue to deal with? Um, I would like for it to change, very much so. I'm just wondering, because I'm someone who does think in more spiritual terms. So I'm thinking like, what energy do I need to put out there, or what energy should I start to bring into a collaboration if I'm going to collaborate with people. But I do see myself collaborating with people, and I'm going out and intentionally seeking people out to collaborate with, lyrically, not just with producers, but also with people who are songwriters, other songwriters, who have great ideas. And I'm sure that my ideas and their ideas coming together might be $1 million idea one day. But I do want to figure out, what energy is it that I bring, and what energy is it that I'm accepting, maybe that I shouldn't be accepting. What boundaries do I need to set up in order to collaborate? Again, my experience has been, in the past, unfortunately, I've met quite a few toxic people. I was very young, I was naive, I was, wide-eyed and hoping that things would, maybe if I was a good girl, or maybe if I was someone who just, shut up and listened or whatever. But that wasn't the case. When I look back on those things, that wasn't the case. When I, shut up and listened, I felt like I was getting more abuse. I felt like they were taking they were taking advantage of the fact that I was someone who was kind enough to, say, okay, well, I'm here learning. I've always been a learner. I've always been able to sit down and listen to people and learn, even if I didn't like what I was hearing, even if it hurt my feelings, even if I had tears in my eyes. I would still listen and take it and say, okay, well, maybe there's something I can gain from this. And I think that has made me better in certain ways. But I think I also have a bit of trauma behind it too. So anyway, I just wanted to open up this conversation. And I don't care what year it is. Please let me know if it's 2 years later and you see this video. Maybe it's a video that you needed to hear as well. Maybe it's something that you're dealing with right now as well, and you identify with what I'm talking about. But again, I love to hear your feedback on it. It's not something I'm not here to be. I know that we're not an island. No one is an island, and creativity is not meant to be done alone. For certain people, they can do it. Wonderful, great for them. Although I love to work alone, I also know that I really like working with other people. I do feel a connection. I do feel some type of joy. The endorphins start to really make me feel lifted. My spirit lifted when I work with other people. So it's not something that I poo-poo. Just because, oh well, we don't have the same drive and we don't have the same minds. And no, I definitely want to work with people from different backgrounds, or different, who enjoy different genres of music and can contribute. So With that being said, again, your feedback is welcome. Please feel free to subscribe or hit the like button or the dislike button if you didn't like it. Sorry. But I'd welcome if you just didn't bother. Don't hit any button if you didn't feel either way about it. But yeah, you're definitely welcome uh, to add to the conversation. So thanks again. My name is Tia Monique, and my company is called Sweetness Jones Music. Well, it's not a company yet, but I'm building my empire. Bye, guys.